You are the best kept secret on the internet. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance the other way. If you do not watch this show, some of y'all just want to hear me talk about it. 90 Day Fiance is a reality show. I believe it's on the Discovery Channel, but it's where Americans are dating, talking to, finding people in other countries and they're in relationships. Some of these people have never even met these people in person. Some of them have. Barely. Maybe they met them on vacation or whatever. But this is just, about them wanting to marry them or date them or whatever the situation be. And most time it's a hot mess. So I've watched episodes and done videos here and there about 90 Day the other way. There's many iterations of 90 Day. So this is one version of like 5 or 6. But if you subscribe to my channel, you'll listen to me rant about different shows, or watch Life After Lockup. I watch some certain shows live. I kind of fell off lately the past couple of weeks because my mom did pass away, y'all. But I'm trying to get in and do more videos. My commentary is allegedly just my opinion. Do not take this serious. If you're on these shows watching the show, I don't get on people's Facebook or Instagram or none of that. So I'm not that invested where I'm creeping on your life. I just go by what I watch on the show, and then I may get some gossip here and there. Some of y'all know me from Geo Malik. What's up? Shout out Geo Malik. Watch his channel. Shout out to According to Amber. That's my girl. I get a lot of my information, especially my gossip, from According to Amber. So I'm kind of in these streets, but not really. And so we're going to talk about not every couple on the show. We're going to talk about 3 couples on this show. And the other ones I really don't care about. But anyway, first of all, let's get into Jamie and Chris. Jamie and Chris are, Chris is a lady from, I think she's from Alabama. I forgot what state she's from. And then Jamie lives in Venezuela or Colombia. She's Colombian or in Venezuela or Venezuelan in Colombia. I don't know which one. Hey, Niecy G, at work, but listening, I appreciate you. I'm going home. So I appreciate you listening. I know most people are going to listen on the replay because it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and ain't nobody really on YouTube until like 4 or 5 o'clock. But I appreciate everybody coming here. Make sure you thumbs up, interact with the video. That helps the algorithm, gets my video. I'm the best kept secret on the internet. Y'all know I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. So, like I said, we're not going to talk about all the couples. We're going to talk about Chris and Jamie. There are some rumors, allegedly people saying things about Chris. I won't say what things people are saying about Chris because I'm not finna get up here and accuse somebody of being dependent on certain substances, whether they be legal or illegal, unless I have some proof. I'm not trying to drag this lady. Now, something is fishy about Chris, but I'm just going to leave. So, Chris and Jamie got married. Then Chris went back to America. Chris told Jamie to quit her job and she's paying for an apartment. But I feel that Chris has bit off way too much than she could chew. I think Chris has made herself out to making all this money that Chris don't make all this money that she's claiming she do. And so now she's feeling the heat of having to support herself and support Jamie. Apparently, and Chris has children. Now, I know her kids are older, but she has children. I believe that I don't know if her kids live with her or not. I'm not sure. But she has children. So that kind of changes the dynamics of things. There have been things about Chris's ex-husband that's come out because apparently he was running a whole trap house. Yeah, I'm going to put links in the description when I go back and edit this video. But so another vlogger dug up some information regarding Chris's ex-husband. And I ain't saying nothing about Chris. Just because your ex is a total dope fiend don't mean you are. Several of my exes sat in jail for some kind of substance charges or intent to distribute. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I ain't never done no drug in my life, baby. I work out. I barely even eat sugar or carbs. So, that's not saying anything about Chris. But, you can take that knowledge with a grain of salt if you like to. But I just thought it was interesting that her ex-husband is in prison for being a whole clucker. So, clucker alert. So he's a whole, he looks like a meth head dope fiend. Like, he looked like a dope fiend. But the fact that what really irritated me, why I want to talk about just Chris and Jamie, is the fact that Chris stopped talking to Jamie for months and they married. And then she was like, well, the reason why I stopped talking to you is because you bitch all the time and I have time here. Okay, she bitching for a reason. Like, she bitching like, when are you coming back here? When are you, what's going on? I thought they was going, Jamie and Chris was going to start a food truck. Like, they was looking at food trucks and talking about going into business. Now Chris talking about, well, I got to work all the time and I'm trying to support you. And she's resentful when she told Jamie to quit her job. What kind of, and then you just disappear because she's like, she told Jamie, well, all you do is bitch. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not a mature way to handle a relationship. Look, Chris, if you're watching this, look, Chris, look, little mama, look. I'm gonna tell Chris like I tell everybody else. If you want to be single and you don't want to communicate with nobody, and you want to work and do your own things, and you want to just get you some booty or some JJ or whatever, whenever, that's cool. But don't get married. Chris and Jamie should have never got married. Do I think Jamie was like, ooh, I got me a real one and she finna take care of me? Yeah, I think, but that's because Chris put up the facade. So who's the worst one in the situation? I don't like when people pretend to be things that they're not. I don't like that. Like that makes me mad. And then when they meet you and they come across as something that they're not, then when you expect them to live up to that expectation, then they get mad at you. We have all been there, especially women. We have all been there. When you meet this dude and he's romancing you, he's whining and dining, he's 69ing you, and you're like, oh baby, you look so good enough to eat, you like a snack, and oh baby, I'm finna get your nails done and your hair did. Yeah, that lasts for about a couple of months. And then next thing you know, the mofo is sitting on your couch eating your fruit snacks, drinking up your kid's soda, looking at you like, and you're like, okay, what happened to the flowers and getting my hair did? Okay, it turns out he barely got a job. He got a criminal record. The money he spent on you, he borrowed from his mama or his PPP loan. I mean, 90 day or whatever. Being honest about their finances, honest about who they are. And to me, I don't know why Chris up and got married to Jamie or even wanted to get into a relationship with Jamie, when it just seemed like she not really about that life. Like and I'm not saying about her being a lesbian. Some people accuse her of not being about the lesbian life. That too. But I think that Chris just is not about that life, as in she don't want a responsible relationship. And that's fine. But I need people just to be real with themselves and other people. If you just looking for somebody to kick it with and be cool with, she's ghosted Jamie before. That's not a way to handle a mature relationship and you like in your late 30s. Just be single. Don't get married. Go do you. What's wrong with being single? What's wrong with being a hoe? Go be a hoe. The whole life, the goal life. Just like, you know what? I don't want no serious relationship. I'm going to go be a hoe. Oh, what's up, y'all? Yes. Like, just go do you. Just go do you. There's nothing wrong with doing you. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why Chris married Jamie. I don't know why Jamie married Chris. Both of them have us. I don't know what's happening. Like I can't believe they went through it. Like my job, I'm really going through with this fiasco. It's a fiasco. So I had to leave that alone. So anyway, on to Rishi and Jen. So Jen got these friends that she been friends with. I don't know. I don't know how long they've been friends or whatever. I watch Auntie's advice, and most time I agree with her. I totally disagree with her take on Jen and Rishi. I totally disagree. Why do I disagree? Because Auntie was over there dragging Jen's friend, talking about Jen's friend act like, she was trying to set Rishi up and trying to catfish him. Remember they was doing that on the first episode. Well, they turned around and did it again, and Rishi had sent some messages, blah, 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 back and forth, and then he deleted and blocked the friend when she was trying to, catfish him or whatever. So Auntie's advice was saying that she think the friend may want Rishi or something's going on, that the friends have inserted them in this situation. I totally agree. The friends have inserted themselves, especially the one blonde friend, in this situation where maybe they shouldn't be, but I think a lot of that is just for TV. I think the producers have kind of egged this on. Now they want to meet up with Rishi's parents, and they want Jen to tell Rishi's parents that they're really together. Again, if you go into a relationship in truth, you wouldn't have to set traps and pitfalls and pratfalls. You don't have to do tricks and flips and shenanigans if you in a real relationship where everybody is honest. So I don't feel sorry for Jen. I don't feel sorry for Rishi. I don't feel sorry. I don't. Do I do what I do? The shit that Jen is doing? No, I'm not into flips and tricks and pratfalls and tricks. I'm not gonna do all that for no man. But I understand where she's coming from because again, Rishi is not honest with Jen. He's not honest with his family about Jen and who she is. Rishi is I don't know what his angle is yet. Like, I don't know. He doesn't act like he's trying to come to America or anything like that. But do I believe Rishi loves Jen? In my opinion, no. I don't see them really having any chemistry. He set up the little apartment or whatever. That was nice of him, but I don't know what his angle is yet. But but the truth comes to the light eventually. But Auntie's advice saying that she thought the friend wanted him. Look, look. I get tired of women, old women, young women, black women, Asian women, all kinds of women, blaming other women for what men do. Okay? If you my good friend and you try to talk to my man, yeah, I'll be hurt. I'll be more hurt at my friend than the man. But again, if you are loyal, if you are faithful, I don't care if Brad Pitt slid in my motherfucking DMs. I'll be like, sorry, Mr. Brad Pitt. Well, I'm lying because if Brad Pitt slid in my DMs, I don't care who I'm with, I'm married to. I'm hollering, I'm clapping back if it really is Brad Pitt. You know, but I'm just saying if some dude slid in my DMs, first of all, I'm going to be suspicious anyway. So your girl, I'm not dumb, so your girl's not going to get caught up on no online DM bullshit in the first place because I'm smarter than that. So Rishi should have been smarter than that. Second of all, he sent messages back. He ain't talking about business. He not talking about, Rishi is not a model with that gut. So again, I don't know what Rishi does for a living, but there's no reason why he should be responding to some chick in his DMs. I don't care what anybody say. As for whether you're my friend or not, look, if you my friend, can't no man be took if they don't want to be taken. I'ma say it again. These women out here like, oh, my friend stole my man. Stole? What the fuck? Was your man a Gucci bag, bitch? When he was just sitting there and he got kidnapped, bitch? Can't no man be set up. Can't no man be taken if they don't want to be taken. That applies to men and women. Period. If you my best friend and you sleep with my man, I'll be like, you know what? Bet that. Bet that. I'm looking at him. Especially if my friend is single. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been with somebody that cheated on me. It wasn't with my friend or anybody that I knew. I didn't know this hoe. And I've cheated on dudes. And I've also been the side bitch. Yes, your girl Kiki was with a dude that was married, and I was the side bitch. So I was single. He was not. So I told the wife, bitch, why you getting mad at me? Bitch, I'm single. He not. He the married one. You better come get your husband. I done had exes who are married. I'm not saying no names. Y'all might be watching this video. Who have girlfriends. Who decide they want to slide in my text messages and my DMs. So it's my fault. It's my fault that my ex, his motherfucking married ass, is calling me, flirting with me. How is that my fault? I'm single. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. He not. Can't no man or woman be taken away from anybody. Friend, enemy, stranger, unless they want to be taken. If your relationship is so fragile to where a bitch can slide in my man's DMs and he gonna reply to her and key and be like, oh, hey, you doing? And low key flirt, because that's what Rishi did. He was on a low key flirt. He was kind of flirting. But there's no reason for him to be even entertaining that. I don't want no man entertaining nothing. If you my man and you sleep with my friend, first of all, you're not my friend and you're not my man. But I'm getting more mad at him than her. Because you in a relationship. My friend is single, she's not. If it's so simple to where where you can slide in someone's DMs and all suddenly my man is having an affair and he's talking to somebody low? Guess what? Rishi is not your man, Jen. He's for the streets. I'ma say it again. If your man is kikiing and call with somebody in the DMs, whether it be somebody they know, they don't know, or ex, whether it's your friend, his cousin's friend, his sister, if they are easily that persuaded away from you, he's for the streets, sis. And again, these hoes ain't loyal. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people. In theory, I believe in monogamy, but I don't. But you can't stop another person from not cheating you. Some of y'all don't want to hear that. Especially you women, y'all don't want to hear that. These hoes ain't loyal. Anybody can cheat on you at any time. So I tell people, get ready. I side eye every motherfucker I've been with. Even my late husband, God rest his soul. He got the side eye too. Hey ladies, hey. Hey fabulous me. So no, I don't agree with Auntie's advice while she trying to drag the friend. Why would I drag my friend when my man's a hoe? These men ain't loyal. Ladies, they're not. If you think your man ain't gonna fuck your friend or your sister or your mama or your cousin, shit, it might be your grandmama if she looking good. If he's that easily swayed from some bitch sliding into his DMs, don't be with that man. Or just my remedy is to have a threesome. Look, are you attracted to Rishi? I'm attracted to Rishi. Let's just all get this over with. Threesome time. But the idea that Auntie was dragging a friend, I don't agree with that. I don't drag my friends. If one of my friends think that she finna talk to my man too, like I said before, anybody that want to be with my man, I'm calling, sis, come get him. You can have that motherfucker. I have another man, and give me about a couple of days. I have a replacement. It's never that serious. I'm not gonna do no stunts and no tricks and no flips over no man. I'm not finna blame no female. I'm not finna get mad at her over what a man is doing. Period. You think I'm finna sit up and cry? When you had sex with my friend, I'ma ask that dude, oh, how was it? How was it? Was the pussy good? Did she suck dick better than I did? That's what I'm finna ask. Because these hoes ain't loyal. Period. If you think your man is loyal, ask yourself right now, where's your man at? Where he at? I don't put nothing past any man. I'm not finna get mad at any woman. I'm not finna beat no woman up. I'm not gonna have no woman. Just like the Mocha situation I told y'all before. I ain't finna fight over no man. I'm not finna fight no baby mama. I be like, bitch, come get your man. Pick his ass up. Come on. Come. Come get his ass. You want me to drop him off, sis? You want me to drop him off, sis? I pack his shit up and drop his ass off in front of you. Just like when I got cheated on my ex, I told her, girl, you can have his ass. I ain't finna fight you. She didn't know about me. I didn't know about her. What am I getting mad at her for? You can have him, sis. I broke up with him. I sent him a text message. You can have that bitch. Y'all have a nice life. See ya. Had another man in about a couple weeks. Baby, it is never that serious. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Do not put all your faith in other people. Because these people don't be loyal. And so now, then we're going to talk about, who else? We're going to talk about Debbie and Osama. Lord, Osama then flipped the script, y'all. Y'all see Osama flip the script? Y'all see Osama turn into rage Osama? Child, we thought Osama was all nice and cool. Child, Osama showed all of his ass and eyeballs. Real talk. I was so shocked, but then I really wasn't shocked. Because I knew he was in it for something.
Hi there, may I take your order, please?
Yes, can I get... Sorry, I got to order y'all. Can I get a large Diet Coke? And what kind of pies do y'all have?
We got apple or strawberry cream.
All right, let me get 2 strawberry cream pies, and that's it.
What else for you?
That's it.
It'll be $5.38. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all see me ordering. How nice I was. But Osama flipped the script, and the way he went off on Debbie, he called Debbie crazy. He called Debbie out her name. I wonder what her son was thinking, because if I saw a motherfucker talk to my mama like that, and I saw a dude talk to my mama like that, baby, I don't know how I would react. You know, hello,
Hello.
like that was crazy.
5:30. Yeah, 5:38.
All right, hold on. Let me get my money out, y'all. I don't. Oh, wrong card. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Here. I don't think Debbie knew. I don't think she knew. I went back and watched. Y'all, because I said, well, maybe I missed something. So I went back and watched all the episodes, and especially Day Point. So I went back and watched.
There
Just
you go, ma'am. Have a blessed day.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I thought I missed something, because I'm like, did I miss something? But no. When Debbie got out the airport, if y'all go back and watch the clips and watch the episodes, when Debbie got out the airport, she was telling him, does your family know that I'm staying here and we get married? And he was like, no, my family don't know. So why would he even if she said that, why didn't she come back and say, oh, or he come back and say, oh, well, that's not the plan.
There you go, ma'am. Have a good one.
Thank you. But he didn't say that. And like I said, I went back and watched the episodes a few times. She was like, I want to stay here and be with you. And he was like, well, I'm not sure. We need to be around each other first before we get married. And then every time she was talking about her coming to Morocco, and them being together. Not once was it ever said in any of these episodes. And I know reality TV, they edit these episodes, right? But not once. You would think that all the times Debbie talking about coming to stay here, that he would have said, oh, that's not the plan, Debbie. Like, I thought I was going to America. He never once said that. Like I said, I went back the other day and watched every one of these episodes. He never once said, I'm coming to America, blah, 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 blah. What I think was Osama was selling Debbie wolf tickets. He was telling Debbie one thing and telling his family something completely different. And then his sister was up there, and then people was online. Y'all need to watch Zane Daly. Okay, if y'all don't watch Zane Daly, he's from Morocco. And I really do think, in my heart of hearts, I really do feel that he even told the sister that she was going to America, because the sister was up there upset like she crying. And I'm like, well, why is she crying? Why are you upset? You know? And why is she crying? The sister was up there crying. Like that was crazy. I was like, he did tell her that he wanted to go back after 2 weeks. Yeah, that sister was crying. Bitch, why you crying? No. I think he may have, out of all the, I mean, you gotta think, him and Debbie been talking for like, what, 2 years now. After all that time, all suddenly now it's something. Yeah, the sis was upset. Why is she upset? She's upset because her ass thought she was going to America too. She up there crying. Some people on Zane Daly show was saying, is that even his sister? Maybe that's really his wife on the cool. Y'all thought about that? Have y'all thought about that? Is that really his sister? Yeah, like then Debbie trying to ask him, well, what's the plan here? What's going on? Then he like, I don't want to talk about want to paint. So then now Debbie crazy. You didn't talk to this woman for 2 years. You didn't send all kinds of emails and paintings and poems, and y'all didn't FaceTime, and y'all didn't texted for hours, and y'all had long, deep conversation. All suddenly now you don't want to talk. All of a sudden Debbie is crazy. She wasn't crazy when y'all been talking for almost 2 years. Now she crazy. Now you annoyed. And then he got angry too quick. That's another thing why I know this is bullshit. He didn't want Debbie to talk then. Not because he was painting, because this motherfucker was plotting. He was sitting there thinking, okay, how am I going to finesse this with my family and Debbie? And how am I going to figure this out? And woman, will you shut up? And then Debbie over here humming and singing. And he like, I need to figure this shit out. And how am I going? That's why he didn't want Debbie to talk. Because this motherfucker was plotting how he was going to get himself out of this. Save face in front of camera and not look bad. And then Debbie was just annoying him and getting on his nerves. You see the real Osama come out. Osama don't love Debbie. her son was right. And if in the way he talked to Debbie, that's how I knew it wasn't the plan. Why are you angry? Why, if you love somebody, it shouldn't matter whether you come into motherfucking America or not. Why does it matter, Osama? Why are you mad? Why are you angry? And if I was watching that and somebody talked to my mama like that, child, be right. I know Debbie's son was ready to come through that. You crazy? You sound like you talk. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I couldn't imagine what her son was thinking. I know her son was like, this motherfucker here. How you gonna talk to somebody like that? You crazy? I thought we was in love. I thought we getting married. Not Debbie crazy. Bitch. Oh. I mean, the way he talked to Debbie, to me, was demeaning and was threatening. I would be, unless the camera crew if the camera crew wasn't there, I'd be scared for Debbie's safety. I would be scared that she would go back to the parents' house and she wouldn't have your passport. And these motherfuckers standing over her going, look, you're not going anywhere until I go back to America. You're not getting back your motherfucking passport. You hear me? Debbie is a 67-year-old woman, okay, in another country by herself, vulnerable. So thank God the camera crew is there with her. But if I was her, I would still be scared. But I promise you, if the camera crew wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened to Debbie. Because the way he was talking to her, like he was giving out domestic violence vibes. Like I'm telling you, there are people who've gone to these other countries and where these motherfuckers have took their passport, y'all. And they can't find their passport. That's how a lot of people get caught up into sex trafficking, kidnapping, ransom, hold a motherfucker for hostage. There you get there and they take your passport from you. So you can't leave. So, like I said, Debbie better be glad she's on a reality show. But it got real for Debbie real quick. And she was like, oh no, this is not the plan. Look, this is how, and if Debbie agrees to go along with this shit, then she's crazy or she's a fool. Because the way he looked, the look in his eye, one eye was going one way, the other eye was going to the left, and the other motherfucker was going to the right. You have the nerve to call somebody crazy when you up here looking like a tangled-eyed rooster. And you're angry, and there was nothing to be angry about. I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk. Debbie ain't got that much long on this earth. She's 67 years old. Like, damn, Osama, when are y'all going to talk about it? Debbie had only been there, what, a couple of days? And he like, well, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so when are we going to talk about it? Because there's no point in her staying if she's not going to take him back to America. But the way he come across and the way he said it was like, this is the plan we had. Who is we? And then one blogger was saying that he didn't think that Osama was talking about him and Debbie. That's the plan that they had. He thought that Osama, when he said this is our plan, that he was talking about him and his motherfucking family. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh. I was like, that's what he meant when he said allegedly, in theory. That he wasn't talking about him and Debbie. He was talking about him and his family. And you see the mama didn't come out. And you see the mama's face when Debbie showed up. Y'all see the mama's face? She didn't show up again. The mama knew what was going down from the get down. And the mama's face was like, she looking at Debbie like this. She knew what was going on. Mamas know. She couldn't hide her disdain. She ain't shy. I mean, she may be shy, but she wasn't looking like that out of shyness. She was looking at that because she knew that her husband, Osama, and the sis had and they was way too mellow about Debbie being older. Oh, it's okay, y'all in love, and age ain't nothing but a number. They like, oh girl, that's right, age ain't nothing but a number. We listen to Monica, age ain't nothing but a number. They was like, we on some Aaliyah R. Kelly bullshit. Like they was way too calm for Muslims. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah. Because they know that. And then my other point and my last point is, how in the hell is Osama out of everybody been on this show. I'm gonna go to America. I'm gonna work, and we gonna live together. How long do you think before Osama would get to America and take off on Debbie's ass? Just like what Danielle and Muhammad. Y'all remember Danielle and Muhammad? Hey, what pulls my teeth? We having a good day. I'm trying to maintain my cool today over this Osama. Like how long? Just like Danielle and Muhammad. How that motherfucker got to America and got gone. The moment he got to America, he found younger and prettier women to hang with, got him a job, and got gone. But the thing about it is, with Osama, y'all, the whole gag in all of this, Osama ain't never worked a day in his life. He said because working, stifles his creativity, boo. He can't be bothered with the work because it stifles his creativity, boo. So, this motherfucker, the only thing he's ever done is work on his father's farm. And it looked like the way he was in that first video, it looked like he barely did that. Osama around here doing kick flips and shit on a skateboard and painting all day. And writing poetry and trolling on the internet. Y'all keep it real. So he thinks he's going to come to America and do what? Get a job at a fast food restaurant? Get a job cleaning up somewhere? Osama has no education. At least some of these people, men and women that come over here, they have college degrees in their country. They are educated. You remember what's her name? Memphis and Honda. Honda had a degree. So what is Osama doing? He ain't never had a job in his life. And I think his parents and his sister know that. They know this motherfucker ain't never had no job. Some part of me tells me that the parents may just want to get rid of him. They like, well shit, you ain't doing shit. This is a good way we can get rid of his ass. And then he'll send some money back here. Maybe he'll actually get his life together if he go to America. Like maybe that situation. I'm not trying to talk bad about his family. They seem like okay people. And I understand that people in foreign countries want to come to America. I think it's ill-gotten and ill-conceived because people go by what they see on TV and movies, and they think America is this big shiny castle in the sky and everything's all wonderful and the rivers, the streets are flowing with milk and honey. Like people think that's how America is, and it's not like that. Shit, there's people struggling in America. Rent is higher than a bitch in America. It's hard for immigrants in America. But to me, Osama ain't showed no work ethic. He ain't working. He kick flipping, bitch, on a skateboard. He making some dark ass. Remember them paintings he showed? They was all dark and moody. Maybe we should have paid attention to them paintings, y'all. Maybe that was a hint that this motherfucker is crazy. Maybe that was a hint. Maybe we didn't pay attention with all them dark ass paintings that look evil than a bitch. So maybe we should have paid attention. Maybe that was a sign that deep. So Osama think he didn't got over. It's easy to sweet talk somebody on the internet. It's easy to send text messages and letters. And then another thing that some people said in the comment section on Zane, how do we know that all the messages that Osama was the one that wrote the messages? Maybe the dad and the sister were writing the messages too. Hey, y'all thought about that? When you get messages and letters from these prisoners, from these dudes abroad, how you know they ain't just Googling what to say? There's plenty of poetry and websites where people can copy and paste, bitch. How do we know he was the one that was really writing all these messages? Maybe the sister was telling him what to write. Maybe the dad was telling him what to write. The dad is artistic as well. He likes poetry too. How do we know he was the one even write? Like I said, you don't even know these motherfuckers is even writing this shit. How do you know? You don't know. So we don't know if Osama was really the one corresponding with Debbie all this time. Yeah, the sister looked way too emotionally invested. So yeah, I think that the dad and the sister were in on this. I think they all knew what the deal was, and they seen Debbie as a golden calf, and they was maybe sending messages and telling them what to say, and because when people do that in desperate situations. But again, America is not for everybody. America is not this you come here, you gonna be rich. But a lot of foreigners think that, and then they get here and they realize the prejudice and the racism, and motherfuckers living in poverty, and motherfuckers living in the hood, and when they start out here, they gonna get paid minimum wage, and some places the minimum wage is $7 an hour. Then they gotta work two, three, four jobs just to even find some crappy ass apartment paying $800 a month. And then then they realize, okay, it's not all of what it is. And like I said, I could understand if Osama had education, or he was a hard worker, or he had some kind of skills. Osama has no skills. So you go into America with no skills, seem like you ain't never really had a job besides feeding damn cows and chickens and cats, motherfucker. Feeding cats. So you gonna come here, America, and work hard and then do what? And Osama's young. So I didn't understand, out of all people that want to come to America, this mofo, the last person that should be thinking about coming to America, when this mofo ain't got one motherfucking skill. No skills. Your eyes go one way and the eyes go somewhere else. And then you want to come here talking about you want to move to America, and you ain't got not now one skill. Again, miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. So Osama should be worried about trying to get his mind right. Because like I said, the way he talked to Debbie was frightening. I was scared. I was really, really, really scared for her. Like he came across as like it's like his whole face changed. It's like his whole face changed. It was like he was another. All of a sudden he was talking to Debbie. I would have told. I was like, run, Debbie, run. I would have packed my shit and be like, look at here, motherfucker, I'm out of here. You ain't finna sit up here and call me crazy and call me this and call me that. Bitch, I wish you would. Up here calling me crazy. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Are you crazy? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Osama, fuck you. He didn't have to talk to her like that. I don't care what people don't like Debbie, do like Debbie, they think she fake or whatever. But Debbie got some clarity real quick. Y'all see Debbie was all like, oh, Osama, oh, Osama. Then once he started talking that shit, Debbie was like, what? Motherfucker, what? He was like, what? Crazy? I'm crazy, bitch. Look, Debbie likes to live in the clouds and the ether, but Debbie been married twice, got kids. She know what the deal is. Debbie like acting all. Debbie likes being that way. She likes acting that way. I find Debbie really sweet. But at the end of the day, Debbie was like, motherfucker, what? Like she got out the clouds real quick and came her ass right back down to earth. It was like, oh no, you didn't. And then the fact that and another thing somebody was bringing up, the fact that he was calling her crazy. And does he even know that, how Debbie was saying that her mom had a history of mental health issues, and Debbie herself may have had mental health issues in the past. And the fact that you're calling somebody crazy, I thought that was so hurtful. Like that hurt my spirit. The fact that he called her crazy. I'm like, I'm sure she's told him about her mom's mental health issues and not being a good mother, and maybe she told him about her mental health struggles, and then you gonna turn around and call this woman crazy? Like, that's low. That's like taking somebody who tells you that they have a eating disorder and then turn around and be like, bitch, you fat. Like, that was cold to me. Somebody brought that up and I'm like, damn, you right. That's cold-blooded. Because I'm sure Debbie has told this man about mental health issues. I'm sure she's told him. But for him to turn around and call her crazy, come on now, y'all. Y'all know that shit wasn't right. That shit was not right. That was low. It was low. That was a low point for me. If you love somebody, you don't talk to them like that. If you love somebody, you don't sit up there and call them crazy. If you know that they have a history of mental health issues in their family, in their life, you don't do stuff like that. Osama don't give a f, y'all. He don't care. He's straight up gangster. Like he can't, and like I said, run, Debbie, run. I'm interested to see what happened next week and what's gonna go on with it. But run, Debbie, run, girl, because I Osama don't care nothing about her. He was just trying to get to America. And in the moment they do get married and they do come here, the way he was acting was like he gonna come to America right now. That's another thing. I said if they had talked about bringing him to America, don't you think Debbie would have started the visa process? It takes a while to get somebody to come to America. It ain't like you can just, oh, you coming to America, come on, get on the plane, let's go. You have to get a visa, you have to get approved, you have to go through immigration. There's a lot of shit that you have to go through. So you mean to tell me if he said Debbie was a liar, because she like, oh, we never talked about it, you a liar. Why in the hell would she come here and not start the visa process in America if Debbie's lying? If this was the plan and Debbie's a liar, because some people, I've heard some vloggers say, well, Debbie had them know. So she didn't, so he didn't ask about the visa process? We learned from Michael and Angela and others that Angela was here in America getting Michael's visa ready for Michael to come to America. So that makes no sense. If they had discussed this, she would already be filling out the paperwork. They would already got together and sending over the paperwork. She would have went down to the office. She would have did all of that. No, this motherfucker sprung it on Debbie. Debbie didn't know. You can't just come to America right now. The visa process sometimes 90 days, sometimes 6 months. Hell, I know people take 9 months to a year. Just depends on what country it is. It depends on what background the person has. All kinds of things. So, and then he talking about, well, he don't know if he gonna marry her. Well, how you gonna get a visa to come to America if y'all ain't married? Because he was trying to feel it out to see that if he can convince Debbie to marry him. And then she start the visa process. She'll go back to America. They get married there or whatever. She go do the visa process when she go back to America and bring him over. That was his plan with his family. So when he said our plan, it was his plan with his family. Our plan, it was me and him and the Osama gang. That was their plan. Because again, in order to bring somebody over the quickest way, you have to be married. So so again, how is he gonna come to America? They not married. You have to get married first. Then he was like, well, I don't know if I want to get married. I think Osama, again, my opinion, I'm gonna say it again. I think Osama sold Debbie a line of bullshit to get her over there and thought he was going to slowly but surely convince her to that they should get married and that she should start the visa process and him come to America. But he had already told his family the only reason that this woman likes him, she's older, they're possibly going to live together. Like I said, I hate to disparage people allegedly. I'm just saying, I think the whole family was in on the whole thing. I think that he probably told the family, I don't even like this old lady. Because some of y'all think that he told the family he was in love with her and this is the opportunity. No, I think he told his family, I don't love this bitch. I just need her to get me to America. Then I can find me a real wife. Because what Muslim family is going to be okay the fact that Debbie can't have no kids? And the dad was sitting up there talking about he wants Osama to have a good future and all that. And to a Muslim man, a Muslim family, having kids, he's 24 years old. I don't know any Muslim families, and I know lots, who are like, oh, it's okay, you married this old woman and y'all not have any kids. That's a very ingrained cultural thing. Look with Summit and Jenny, even though they're not Muslim. But with Summit and Jenny, why would you want your son to marry somebody, oh, and they ain't gonna have no kids? Yeah, there's no way they would be okay with that. There's no way anybody convinced them that this Muslim family would be okay with their 24-year-old son stuck with this 67-year-old woman. And they just all like sitting around like Kiki and smiling and, oh no, it's cool. And unless they knew what the damn deal was in the beginning. You know what, mom, dad, sis, look, I just need to get to America. If I got to tell her and do whatever I got to do, I'm going to get to America, get a job, bring all of y'all over or the sis over. Get a job, get an apartment, bring sis over. Tell this old lady I like her, spit a little game here and there, and then leave her and find me a nice Muslim woman over there in America, and go and live my best life, and have some babies and live my best life. Oh yeah, Osama, that's great. And the family's like, oh, okay. So, and then he's like, look, okay, so she finna come over here, and she think we really together, so y'all just say that y'all okay with it, okay? Okay. That's how, in my opinion, I may be wrong, that's how I think it kind of went down. Because they was way too chill and calm, and I'm just like, they a little too calm. Yeah, even if you're not Muslim, even if you in America, people would have something to say about a 20. If my son showed up with a 60-some-year-old woman, I'd be like, who this grandma? Somebody need to come get their grandma. Who this bitch? Oh, oh mama, this my girlfriend. Your what now? Is it your friend who happens to be a girl? Is your mentor? Is she your teacher, your professor? Is she a coach? Like, I would be asking questions. Anybody would be looking side-eye. I wouldn't want my 25-year-old son to marry some old-ass lady. I'm just telling you. So, that's what I think. I think the whole thing is a setup by him and the family. And like I said, I don't begrudge anybody trying to come to America. But you don't do it on the backs of other people. You don't do it by lying. Yes, Lena, the sister was about to cry. Like, she was up there crying. And I'm like, what's she crying for? She was emotionally invested. Not, like I said, I'm sure she wanted her brother to have opportunity, but she wouldn't have reacted that strongly. She reacted way too strong, like, because she knew that her brother was going to go first. Her ass was going to come next. If you believe that's his sister. I'm just going to look at the camera. If you believe that's his sister. Because some people was like, they sure don't look like brother and sister. Because these motherfuckers will tell you anything. Like I said, I have a story that I'm going to break that is personal about my mother. Because apparently, my mother was a victim of a Tinder swindler. I'm just going to leave it at that, y'all. But I'm going to come on here and I'm going to do a whole separate video. And I'm going to tell y'all what has happened, what has gone down. My mom was talking to some man in Africa, and it's a whole, if supposedly, that I don't know. But these people will have a whole wife and kids and family, and they be on the internet talking to 6, 7 different women and getting money from all of them. Trust me, I know. So, I'm going to break that story. I'm going to do that video soon. About this whole fiasco, about what I found out. These motherfuckers be like, oh, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's my mom, that's my auntie. It'll be their wife or one of their wives. So, again, Osama and the sister don't look anything alike to me. She didn't really look like the dad or the mom. Is she really a sister? Like I said, she's up there like she's about to cry. I'm like, that's an odd response for a sister. Or does she know something about Osama that we don't know? That's another. It may be his sister. Maybe she knows something about Osama that we don't know. Because like I said, him not going to America elicited, yes, her reaction was over the top. It was a bit over the top for me. I was sitting there looking at her the whole entire time. And then she was the one leading the conversation. The dad wasn't even talking as much. I'm like, where the mama at? The dad was just sitting back, and the sister's asking all these questions. Why as the sister? Is she the older sister? Why in Muslim culture, why would a woman, a sister, be up there leading the conversation, asking all these questions? So what are y'all gonna do? And blah 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 blah. I'm like, who is? I said, this is a sister. Why is she asking all these questions? What? The dad wasn't even asking questions. Sister over there leading the conversation, asking. Then Debbie's like, oh no, I plan to stay here. And she's like, oh, you plan to stay here? Debbie like, yeah, da, 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 da. Then she over about to cry. Ma'am, is there something about Osama we should know? That's a strong reaction. And it's not, and where they live in Morocco and their lifestyle, it's not like they poor. They not some poor Moroccans living in a fucking village with a well and 10 animals and they doing down bad. These people had a nice house. They looked like they had a cute little farm or whatever. They didn't look like some poor villagers in Kismet. I mean, they didn't. Hey GSP, what's up? So I understand the need for him to get to America, but I'm like, that's a strong reaction. Huh. Well, Osama thought he was going to go to America and da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Why? I'm like, sis. Okay, what? Can I talk to somebody else here? Like, you really seem really emotionally invested in this. Why? Again, is she really the sister or is she really a wife? Because they'll sit up there and be playing in your face, girl. I know people this has happened to. Yeah, she said that was not our plan. Maybe Debbie will be the second wife. Or the third. We don't know. But again, Osama has no prospects. As a man, period. He low on the totem pole. He ain't got no skills. He ain't had no job. Nothing. He can't take care of Debbie. Debbie wants somebody to take care of her. Debbie, just find you another man that's closer to your age that's going to love you and take care of you. He can't take care of Debbie. He ain't got no skills, no jobs, no prospects. Debbie going to be taking care of him like he's a fucking child. No art training. His art was okay, but it wasn't like, Osama he just sucks to me. It's like, you're not even a good catch. You're not even that cute. Boo. So I don't know what Debbie's gonna do. I hope she won't give in. And I know sometimes people carry on with relationships because they don't want to be wrong. They don't want their kids to be like, I told you so. And they'll stick in a situation just because they're afraid to lose their pride and they don't want somebody to be like, ha ha, I told you so. So I hope to God that Debbie doesn't be in a situation where she gives in because she doesn't want her kids to be vindicated, and it feel like it's gonna hurt her pride. I hope she runs like hell and get the hell out of there and just come back home with your tail tucked between your legs and tell your son, okay, honey, you was right. Because like I said, watching that video, I know the son watched that and was like, I know he ain't talking to my mama like that. Because if that was me watching somebody, like I said, somebody talk to my mama like that, they'd be smoking the city. I'd have watched that video and be like, this little punk ass motherfucker. Who you talking to? You talking about somebody, motherfucker, you crazy. I couldn't even imagine what her son was thinking watching this man sit up here, or this little boy sitting up here talking to his mama, calling her crazy, knowing that what she's been through with her mother and the history of mental health issues his mom has probably had, and somebody up there calling you crazy. That's cold blood. Like I said, that was terrible. I could imagine what the son was thinking. Like, this little punk ass. You kick flip, skateboard riding, no art, Crayola looking motherfucker, tangled eyed, one eye here, one eye there. Looking like a goddamn Ice Age character. Boy, you better. But anyway, that's all I had to say. I got to pick up my daughter. But thanks everybody for being here. I know a lot of y'all going to watch on the rewatch. I appreciate it. I'm going to do my video about my own, not mine, but my mom's drama that's going on. Tinder swindler madness. Y'all, it's a doozy. Y'all got to stay tuned. It is a doozy, child. Like, I can't make this shit up. Like, it's yeah. If my mama were here, I'd be very angry at her for yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna come back and do a video about that. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe the weekend. When I have some time on the weekend, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about this shit, y'all. We really need to talk. But anyway, thanks to everybody being here. Like I said, like, share, subscribe to the video. And until next time, y'all, I'm gonna do love after lockup. I still gotta do love after lockup from last week. I'm behind, I know, y'all, but I'll be back. Bye.